Hello, and welcome back to another inciting installment of Initiative Coffee Co. presents The Bards Tale, featuring Bards! That's real annoying.
You started it.
Yeah.
Elise, tell us what happened last time.
Well, last time, after much fumbling about, we finally chartered a boat back to 2 islands. We are going to do some sort of task that these two have going on, and then we're going to do the task that we've been given from Captain Ornath.
I think we're hunting werewolves.
All right. In addition to that, you uncovered a small village that is unnamed and unmapped, housed entirely by what the Empire and political structures refer to as immaterials. These include
That's racist.
tieflings, ASMRs,
And I died several times.
strange on-fire
You
dwarven
didn't die.
creatures.
You just
Didn't
went
die.
unconscious a bunch.
Sorry, what?
What?
Huh?
He just told us the end.
As we left off last time, you were pulling up to shore in your barge boat filled with trade goods for this small unnamed town.
This is our barge.
That's your barge.
Oh,
Wow.
Whee! I'm on a barge.
I'm on a barge.
5 bards.
Don't
on
you
a
Oh,
ever
good one. Good
forget.
catch.
cashier reflexes.
Hot damn.
So you guys pulled up to see a town filled with various humanoid type folk that most of which you don't recognize. Well, most of them, I guess, are tieflings and ASMRs, but some of them that aren't, you don't recognize what or who they could be. But
This is the island we
LaTia,
came
What up, yo?
to.
can I see your far-seeing kaleidoscope, please?
Sure. Give it back.
I will. I look for the boat that was following us.
sure, roll a perception check.
Kaleidoscope?
Booyah.
I think he meant spyglass or telescope. But he definitely did say kaleidoscope.
23.
How many colors do you see? Do you see all of them?
I'll let you know when I see them. I roll a 23.
Sure. So you scan the horizon,
Yeah.
and you, in fact, see a boat that is headed the opposite direction.
So not following us.
Are they flying any colors or anything like that I can see? Just a regular old boat with how many people on it?
3.
Okay, so it's a small boat.
barge.
It's like a small sailing boat,
Okay,
like a 14-foot boat.
sure. Okay.
Are any of them making obscene hand gestures?
Give me my spyglass back.
I hand the spyglass back after I see them out there. And I say to the group that I think we've lost our pursuers for now.
They got what they came for.
I was going to say the
The
same thing.
location of this place.
They didn't need to get here. They just needed to know where it was.
Hopefully
Everyone
they
who
don't mind
lives
being
here
found.
is screwed.
You don't know that.
It's,
Who have you been talking to?
That's a way more
He's
like
been talking to children. I don't know.
that's more of a like a cunning and cynical observation that I would expect from you. I'm so proud of you.
Aw, thank you.
You're growing up.
You.
Getting jaded by the world.
Trust no one.
How many rat tails do you have again?
It's like 13.
13.
All right.
Yes.
We'll play later.
All right.
You see an island.
I
It
want to
has
walk
people
up
on
and
it.
I
shake
get off the boat.
everyone's hand.
You walk up and shake someone's hand. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
As you guys are disembarking the boat, you do notice a there's a very angular-featured humanoid. Looks vaguely human, but somehow better. And he approaches and says, "You must be the Drokar expedition."
I
I
step forward and I
I
say
like that name.
that I am. Everything you need is in the barge.
Excellent.
Do you need anything brought back to him?
Well, that we have a good deal of trade goods to send back with you. it'll take a couple of days to get everything unloaded and reloaded, but you're welcome to stay here with us. We don't have much in the way of an inn, but who are you, by the way? I don't know. I don't recognize. You're not one of Drokar's regulars.
I'll pull out the letter that Drokar handed me. I'm like, Galileo Humpkins, at your service.
And we all
Right.
go.
Sure, Mr. Humpkins. Thank you so much for, I guess, seems like commanding this small voyage here. And who are your associates?
These are my merry bandmates. Iona of the House Moore. Skylark the Everfree. Lotus the Silent but Deadly. And Nadir
Mr. Hafrafrafrafra.
You're close pronunciation, but it's hard to get. Don't worry about it.
Noted. Yeah, so you're welcome to stay. We have a few rooms at what serves as an inn and town hall for any who manage to visit, but we try to stay a bit under the radar here.
Just the way we like it.
Quick question. Are there any factions or groups that you are keeping this island secret from?
All of them?
Good. Nothing to worry about then, right?
I mean, I don't. What do you mean?
I believe we should be very transparent. We were pursued on the way here. We were attacked on the water by some sort of
By water.
By actual water.
By actual. It's very strange. I've never seen it myself, but there is a boat that
weird
is
if you
now
think about it.
leaving the island that pursued us here.
Did we verify it is the same boat? Is it because we saw the boat following us? Was that the same boat now going away?
Nobody bothered to ask.
Okay. I'm asking now.
You didn't see the boat.
Oh.
Is it?
You don't remember.
Well, darn.
That's bullshit.
It's two boats you saw on an open sea. Like,
It's hard to tell whether or not.
I wouldn't expect to know to be able to tell the difference between boats anyway.
Well,
so.
let's be sure we alarm every inhabitant that lives here,
Yeah,
just in case.
Sure.
Alert, not alarm.
No,
What did I say?
Be aware doesn't mean be afraid. It just means be aware.
And it's at this moment I feel I should point out
very afraid.
I'm only with these people right now. They don't speak for me.
You'll be saying that to level 20.
Yeah, probably.
Someday I'm gonna get out of here.
I didn't hear him say that, so I go, I speak for all of us when I say that maybe we should put up a guard while you guys are loading the barge with your goods. We would be obviously more than happy to help with that, seeing as how we may have been
Responsible for it?
a little.
We did put up like a cloud of fog to
Yeah,
try
and
and.
Maybe more conspicuous in hindsight than sneaky.
who would have been pursuing you?
I was hoping you would know.
Why?
They weren't flying
We've
any
only
colors.
just met. Why would I know?
You know who your enemies are, or I would hope.
We don't have enemies because no one knows we're here.
Fair. Listen, I'm not that good at like seafaring. Okay.
It's becoming clearer.
A tanner gave me a job, and I'm here to do that, and I did it, and I'm letting you know that there's danger out in the waters, potentially.
We appreciate it. Kind of looks out to sea. It's just, I suppose we'll deal with those matters should they arise.
They might be friendly.
They could be.
I look around the island. I don't think so.
Perhaps this is a question better suited for a more private place, but why the secrecy? What's kept here that's so.
Look at them.
Iona's never lived on land.
What she said.
I mean, I
I don't know if you're. Jokar serves a very good purpose for us in getting us goods, but we're not all particularly interested in being the spokesman for a feared and belittled people, per se.
what are your people?
Well, my people are. We descend from higher realms. Some of us descend from lower realms. Some of us descend from.
Middle realms.
Well, our people. He like looks at you up and
Left
down.
realms, right realms. Sorry, go ahead.
He looks at you, and as he's having this conversation, the on fire dwarf approaches.
The on fire.
Petey,
dwarf.
the perpetually on fire.
His
dwarf.
name is not Petey.
It's Paul.
It's not Paul either.
Oh,
It's
are you-
Iggy.
are you okay?
Iggy the perpetually on fire.
I'm not gonna make the
Nadir's
pun.
just looking at it like,
Not
well,
gonna
that's a
make the pun.
thing I've never seen before.
I'm fine, boy.
But you know that you're on fire.
I minor illusion his head on fire now.
Ah!
You might want to get that checked out. I am not on fire. I am fire.
Oh,
Inhabiting this
that's
Oh
neat.
no.
frame, yes. He kind of leans in to this ASMR that you have not identified yet because no one has bothered to ask his name. And he whispers. And,
That was rude of him. I said my name.
Yeah, we were still going around, and
We
then
were
you
still-
interrupted.
We were, and we were interrupted.
And he looks at you and he says, well, some of us come from similar realms to you.
Certainly. So, still the secrecy.
I mean, do you not remember how they reacted when I walked in the council? They weren't, like, very friendly about it.
Certainly. I just assumed that was certain members of the council.
No, I mean, from the 2 months that I've been in Commonwealth, it's a lot of people.
We're not altogether interested in planting flags and making statements. We just want to live a life undisturbed by others. And
Here, here.
fortunately, this
Yes, Skylark, here.
this sanctuary serves to generally serves to prevent incursions and assaults from the greater population.
I'm going to call this place Sanctuary. I've written it down.
Understood.
Now I feel terrible. You say it'll take how long to load the barge?
Couple days to unload and load. We'll have some people do it. You won't have to worry about all that. But you're welcome to stay and I don't know, enjoy some food.
And your name again?
My name is Benjamin Isbin.
Nice to meet you. You're about the prettiest guy I've ever seen.
I was just about to say.
get that often.
So handsome.
I appreciate that, but it gets old. This is Iggy. Iggy is quite the skilled blacksmith. Most of what we'll be sending back is goods that he has crafted,
Good stuff.
along with some agricultural goods, but primarily weapons.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Anything else?
Do you have a library?
No. We have a few books, but nothing like you'd be able to research back at Commonwealth or Vol.
What do the books contain?
Words.
I mean, a few histories, some political delineations.
Jeez, Chris.
I'm so sorry.
A few children's books with stories. Nothing of particular interest, I wouldn't think.
Oh, it sounds very interesting to me. If we're going to be here for a couple of days, I'd very much like to borrow them.
Sure. Well, they're in the town hall, so you'd be within yards of them
Certainly.
while you stayed here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'd be happy to let you page through them. They're not particular page turners. I can't stress that enough. They're quite boring.
Nothing about history is boring.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do for you while we're here?
We don't really have a lot of tasks at the moment.
Do you have a barracks or someone in charge of defenses of this island?
Me.
Right.
We don't really, it doesn't come up a lot. Typically we don't have people coming from the sea, and we have allies in the forest that serve to help us keep some of the local hospitality at bay. But we have 2 guard towers, and we all take shifts, all but the little ones, and that's the way we approach it.
I'm just imagining like a kindergarten class of children who are all on fire. Just like A, B, C. It's just the weirdest thing ever. Just look at all those on fire kids. Oh.
You only see one on fire person, and a Tiggy.
Still neat.
We're going to be joining the rotation for the
Okay.
watch, at least for the next couple days while we're here,
Sure. That'd be great.
just to assure nothing's awry.
Okay, we'll filter you in then. Absolutely. If there's nothing else, I can show you to your room.
That'd be great.
Sure. He walks you to this large L-shaped building.
L for lotus.
All right.
L's can be for me. Right.
This part of the building is largely office, and then this is where like guest quarters are. They're pretty sparse. It's a small agricultural town. There's not a lot of people visiting, but the beds are as comfortable as you'd expect from said small town. There's a couple of books. There's it looks like they saw you coming from a little ways off, so there's some food prepared.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Some meats, cheeses.
Nice. It's good.
Some fruit you've not encountered before.
Mangoes.
That's exciting.
Short rest.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and relax in this area for about an hour before I get the lay of the land.
Sure. A sandwich and a nap. Got it.
I will play us a tune
Yes.
for our song of rest.
Sandwich and a nap and a
Yes.
rest. And a song of rest. Got
Yeah.
it.
Dope.
So should you choose to use a hit die, you get another 2 hit points back, which I will do, which I really didn't need to, but it's fine. I'm at full health.
Anything else you'd like to do during your short rest? No.
Eat.
Sure.
Can more than
Have a
one
good
of
time.
us play Song of Rest?
As many as you want can play it. You only benefit from one of them, though.
Oh, okay.
You know, that is the downfall of having a party filled with bards.
But then,
Is a lot of the overlapping abilities don't overlap.
rather than being the song of rest, it would be the jam of rest.
Right. That's absolutely right.
The chill jams of rest.
It's just one
So
really
stupid.
obnoxious long jazz song.
Yeah. With instruments that don't belong together in
Yeah.
the song.
Like a cruth and a flute. That's not good.
Clearly, you've never heard the old Kruth flute duos
Oh yeah.
of the 4th century.
We
No.
call ourselves the
You're
wheel
damn right I
cheese
haven't.
incident.
The wheel cheese incident. It's good.
Oh, you.
It's good. That's a terrible band. So you take
Oh,
an
I hate
hour,
my life.
you take a nap, you eat some food.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Forget the adventure. This is what we're doing for the rest of today.
Puns for the next hour.
Oh, I blacked out for a second there.
Great.
I tell you a story.
So, having eaten our cheese and
Taking
become
your
thoroughly
brief
cheesy.
nap. Yes, become thoroughly cheesy.
Shut up.
You go die.
You
Oh,
go to hell
I gotta
and you
find
die.
a place to put my pony.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
They have stables.
Oh, good.
It's apparently over here.
Where you are.
It
in.
serves as a combination stable
Where
dock
did the
house.
Sebastian get in?
So it's a stock house?
What?
Stable dock house. It's a stock house.
Sure.
Brian's just exasperated already, and it's only been 20 minutes.
Had enough.
Yay.
He's standing right in the doorway. No one's allowed in.
Sebastian, the gatekeeper.
So you guys get your short rest in. You eat some foods, take a nap, play a song. What are you guys doing?
I want to get a lay of the area and
I
see what's
will
around.
go with Galileo.
So town hall / inn / meeting place.
I really want to use
Yay.
every opportunity I can to call you by not Galileo, but I'll be cool.
This is obviously Iggy's place. There's a forge. It's very warm.
I would like to go
It's
to
made of
there.
stone.
I want to go to
no.
there.
And then
No, I
everything
can't
else.
go to there?
No, it's not made of stone.
Oh.
I mean, it is, but it's like cobbled stone. It's not like a stone structure.
I know it's not made of wood though, because the fire.
There's wood.
Do you know how fires work, Iona?
Yeah.
Probably not. She's in the water.
Sure. You need stones, right?
No.
She's
Never
concerned
mind.
because a house made of wood,
Might.
a forge, seems like it would go on fire very quickly.
If you think about it, she
But-
would only think that stones would be warm because of like underwater vents and things. It's
Oh,
probably
sure.
the
It's
only
probably
place
how they
where you
cook.
get
Sure.
heat.
Whatever, you guys. I'm gonna read.
That seems like a
Iona
good use
is
of your time.
sulking and reading at
I'm
the
not
end.
sulking though. I will, if they'll allow me to take the books outside, I would like to go into like the square and observe people and also read. There's like a nice tree to lean up against.
There's not, but
Yeah, like, what is this
Large
just like kind of
structures.
like is this just a flat island area or like what's the terrain like?
Yeah.
So this is it's kind of grassy over here. There's like a I don't know, 1.5 foot ledge, like natural ledge over the water here that they have like planks and they tie off boats like a dock, like a dock.
Like you would.
Like
at a
a
dock.
Dak.
You know.
And then it's pretty grassy, and then it kind of slopes down a bit, and on the maybe 1,000 feet toward Joe in the direction of the Joe cam, there starts to be a forested area. The direction the Joe cam is facing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's like a forested area, but it's a pretty small town. I mean, there's an inn, there's the forge. There's the stables. There's a few houses, and then there's 2 guard towers, and that's pretty much the whole town. It's not very big at all.
It's a little town
It's cozy.
It's probably like 30
It's a
people.
quiet village.
every day.
No, stop.
And then there's some like ag fields toward Chris that mostly like rice and like some kind of like weird bog berries, like cranberries, but it's warmer here than you would be able to do cranberries in. So some kind of berry that grows in warm water instead of
Kind
cold.
of floaty berry.
This
Floaty
is how we
berry.
will flavor the healing potions.
Yeah. They won't taste like butt
And
anymore.
then kind of off toward Elise
Like
is
fucking berries, I guess.
there's some livestock grazing on like wheat essentially.
Some kind of livestock.
some livestock,
Oh,
various forms of livestock.
Is there a range anywhere? Like a archery range?
Well, there's 1,000 feet that way toward trees.
Cool.
Pick a
So,
tree.
I'm gonna go pick a tree and practice some crossbow.
if you want to, I mean, they have like some targets
Yeah,
that you
that's
can
what I mean.
borrow.
I don't want to just like shoot into the forest. Huh, like,
I did
targets
it.
would be
I hit the
good.
forest.
Yeah, I did. I aimed for that bush, and the arrow went there.
Congratulations.
So there's some
The
targets
deer
that like
finds a nemesis.
it's a forest.
It's a dryad.
Imagine you walking up to the forest just going,
the trees.
Well, there's a
Did it.
good day of shooting the forest. Time to pack it up and go home.
you just hear. Oh god! Oops! And then I back away.
So much for the forest folk that help us protect this island. So they have some targets that they're willing to let you just go set up. It's just freestanding targets.
I would
But
like to do that.
sure, you spend
I'm gonna practice.
some time practicing your
Practicing my crossbow.
crossbowery.
Crossbowing.
No.
No, crossbowery.
Crossbowery.
Since there's not a
So
lot
that's the
to
layout.
discover here, I don't know. I'm gravely concerned with what might be coming from the ocean side, so I'm going to spend a lot of my time just maintaining watch.
That's my target.
Okay. That's fine.
Nice. Thanks for ruining my.
You guys kind of mill about the town for a while. Can you roll a perception check?
yeah.
All of us or just Diana?
Just her, because she made a point of looking at people. 7. All right, you see people.
I want to go.
Most of the
introduce
town that
myself.
you've noticed is infernal tieflings and Asimars.
Okay. In the
My
books I'm reading,
Yeah.
will you tell me the children's stories? Are there any like
Tell us a story, Brian.
You're very hungry aboleth.
Not this one, but another
Yeah,
one.
very, very hungry Evelyn. I'm wondering if there's any like, did any of the children's stories include like mystical forest wizards or like?
Do any of them seem
are there
more
any,
like
like-
prophecies than stories?
Is it Disney or
Children's-
Grimm's fairy tales is what she's asking.
Or is there any like, you know how you have like local children's stories about like monsters, myths, local myths?
So, a lot of it is like stories of like, ooh, a dragon, like,
Where the boogin?
yeah. They seem like stories. There's not a lot of kids here, first of all. So like the fact that there's a kids book here is there's like 2 children.
So it
And so the
belongs.
fact that there's a kids book here is a testament to like the fact that they're making an effort more than anything to
Okay.
appease these 2 little monsters running around.
Just little Jody and Jimmy.
wonderful.
Want to go read the book for the 300th
Right.
time? Yeah,
They're
I guess.
people, Brian. Don't call them monsters.
Little monster. Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa.
They're
That's
called
racist.
Clearly, you
tieflings.
don't spend time with children.
Do you?
Sometimes.
You spend most of your time with children.
Teacher.
You're a substitute teacher.
At a school that will remain unnamed.
It's not this one, I promise.
Oh no.
No, it's really not this one. So you read through it, and there's stories about like typical beasts that you've heard stories of as well. You've probably never seen a dragon, being from underwater and only being on the surface for a brief amount of time.
But I've like read books.
But you know, like the notions of them.
Yeah.
You probably have a deal of respect for them as a species. There's one story about, it just says forest folk. You don't really know who they are, but sometimes they bring like treats for the kids from the forest, like forest berries and forest treats.
Cool.
I bet it's granola.
I was gonna ask if any of those kids were around. So maybe I shouldn't go
I mean, they
right for
are.
the children.
But
I'm gonna ask them about the forest people. The kids.
Okay. There's a tiefling girl that runs up to you and says, they bring us treats sometimes and little prizes from the forest.
What kind of prizes?
Sometimes they bring us acorns,
Ooh.
and sometimes they bring us rocks that they're shiny.
Oh.
And sometimes they bring us rocks that they throw them in the fire and they go boom.
Wow, that's so cool. What do they look like? Not the rocks, the people.
They're real big.
Big.
Real big.
Like big for you or big for me?
Everything's big for me.
I mean, are they my sized or like?
They're bigger than you.
Okay,
They're not blue either. They're not blue like us.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What color are they? Are they made of like leaves or?
They're regular people colored.
Oh. What regular people colors?
Let's not walk down that
She's
road.
internalized a lot of it. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
You're holding the only children's book. Do you see any colors in there?
There's just a page in that book that's "Be afraid of these people," and it's just like a regular
Do you
human.
see any swatches in that children's book you're holding?
there,
What's
I
it to
didn't
you,
know if she
racist?
meant like tiefling color. There's a lot. I'm blue. Like, what color are we talking about?
well,
Tieflings come in a
they're
variety of
different.
shades, I know.
Like
Yeah, I'm
Like-
purple.
they're like human colored,
Oh, okay.
but like I don't know.
But they're all different.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
humans are different colors.
They don't.
Okay.
They don't have like a box of crayons with a bunch of color names. People colored is as
I
good as you're
was
gonna get.
mostly wondering if they were like
Some of them
green
are pale.
giants or blue giants.
No, some of them are pale. and some
Okay.
of them are darker skinned,
I
and
get
they're
it.
always dirty.
Oh.
You're talking to
They
a
always
child.
need baths.
I guess that's what happens when you live in the woods, right?
Oh no, my target's gone.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You
I
cool.
suppose.
What's your name?
My name. Hold on, I have this. My name is. Wait for it. Fawn. Nope,
Francis.
that's not her name. Wait for it. It's here somewhere.
This
It
video
is
brought
fun.
to you by
It's fun,
Initiative Coffee
Arrowfold.
Company.
It's brought to you what?
My name is Fawn Arrowfold.
Font? Like
Fawn. F-O-H-N. Fawn.
Like F-A-W-N, like a fawn.
No, like John with an F.
what was her last name again?
Arrowfold.
Arrowfold. A-E-R-O-F-O-L-D.
God damn it.
These damn high fantasy.
Damn
Right?
names, never spelling anything like a normal person.
Cool.
I saw you talking to my daddy.
Yeah. I like him. He's cool.
I like him.
Yeah.
He's a good dad.
So cute. Oh my god.
Brian
Yeah.
plays all kids the same, and it's always adorable.
I can't.
This video is going to be murder for people who have no imagination. Just watch a big man say "daddy."
Hey, no, that's just gonna bring us new viewership.
Whole different demographic.
I'm into this.
New sponsors.
Can you move me off of the barge into just somewhere in
Get
town?
on.
Thanks.
Yeah, I want to go into town. I want to
Thanks. That is no. That's absolutely where Skylark would
bother
be.
everyone in every.
Yeah, that is
You're gonna be with your
absolutely
horse.
where Skylark would be.
So wait, I'm just gonna do this for
Yeah,
you.
this is me.
He visits that center house a lot, doesn't he? Something interesting in there that we should be aware of?
A pixie. No, there's really a pixie in there. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Cool.
Where's my net?
Cool.
Hi again.
Hi. I'm Skylark. Hi, I'm Skylark. Hi again. Hi. And then just someone hits him, and that's where he stays.
Right. Want Want to play Rat Tails? No. Bye. Want to play Rat Tails now? Still no. Bye.
Okay, bye.
There is a pixie in that house.
Wow, what's your name?
My name's Ain.
A little bit louder.
My name's Ain.
Hey.
She's
I meant,
pixie.
I meant more for the mic. Than
No,
for
she's hard to hear. My
Ain.
name's Ain.
Ain.
What's your name?
I'm Skylark. What's it like living here?
Her eyes go wide when you say your name, Skylar. She says, Skylark the Everfree?
The one and only.
We're doomed.
What did you do to this pixie?
I have things to do.
Bye.
I should go.
What?
Maybe you should go. This is my house. Go away.
Oh, come on. I don't care what court you're in. Just here to have fun.
Okay.
Do you want to play Rat Tails?
Terrifies the Fae.
Do you promise not to hurt me?
I promise. Not to hurt a hair on your head.
What about any of the rest of me?
Clever. And also not to hurt any of the rest of you.
You could have just said I won't hurt you.
You
Okay.
can't make that promise yet.
It's a standard Fae escape clause.
That's always a loophole.
Okay. Well, why are you here?
I love that we discovered
What
this
did I do?
by joke.
What did I do?
No, I'm just here with my friend. We're dropping off supplies for the village.
Oh.
Friend singular?
And we'll be here for a couple days, so we have time to get to know each other.
Oh, great.
What are you?
Hooray. You're here just with your regular people friends, right? Not with your patron lady type friends?
Oh, I haven't seen her in much too long. But I can introduce you if you like.
No, that's okay.
Oh god, no.
Okay, well, there's that. So, yeah, let's go meet your friends.
All right. I think one or two of them are over here.
All right. She begrudgingly follows you toward one or two of them over here.
I put you in between them both.
There is a fairy pestering you.
Hey!
Who, me?
Oh.
I'm over here.
Hey!
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
You.
Skylark,
Oh, look. No, Nintendo's going to tell
Yes,
us.
Lotus.
who's your small friend?
Her name is Ain, or A for short.
No.
I just invented that.
No. A is not shorter than Ain.
Oh,
Not in syllables, no.
Okay.
So, Skylark says you're all friends.
Yes.
Great.
Can I roll an insight check?
You sure can.
Okay. It's a 6 plus 9.
A total of 9?
Yeah, a total of 9.
She's weird. You've
Okay.
never met a pixie.
How
Maybe
small is
pixies are weird.
she?
Like,
is
she's tiny. Like, she's smaller than, like, a small cat.
Thumbelina size?
Like,
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're friends.
great. Yeah, you should keep an eye on your friends.
Okay.
I'm gonna go home now.
That's fine.
Bye.
Bye.
New friends.
Bye.
She flies away.
So creepy.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything really. She just thinks I'm going to murder her.
Okay. Let's back up a couple of steps. Why does she think you're going to murder her?
Because I'm in the autumn court.
Right. Why would that necessitate murder?
It's fairy politics, and it doesn't. I keep telling people this.
Okay. Right. This is Fae stuff that I don't understand. Don't murder anyone. I know you won't, but don't.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just so we're clear.
In general.
In general.
General rule.
I try to avoid it when I can.
Wonderful.
Except for those other times.
All right, cool. Did you meet anybody else that you want to throw over here and introduce to us?
So
Oh,
I mean, I didn't meet anyone else who was small enough to throw.
I meant figuratively. I meant figuratively. She was weird. Probably afraid now that you've said that thing to me.
She had beautiful wings, though, you have to admit.
Your wings are great.
I like to collect them. sorry.
He's just got a necklace of wings somewhere.
Sorry. That was inappropriate. I apologize.
Ropes.
You just pulled on your shirt collar and there was like a string of dead pixie skeletons.
See? They just glitter down.
It's where he gets all of his mysticism.
Oh, my pretty. This one's name is Jeremy.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
You know, experiencing what it's like to be distrusted and feared, I feel like it's brought us closer together, Lotus. So I hope you can make some friends while we're here.
I will make an attempt to do that. Thank you, Skylark. I walk
And
over.
thanks for calling me your friend. It meant a lot to
Thank
me.
you for being here.
I give him an awkward pat on his shoulder, and I just kind of walk off.
She lovingly pats you on the shoulder and she walks away.
We heard her, Brian.
He wanted to make sure that the audience knew that it was a loving pat on the
Oh,
shoulder,
okay, fair.
which I did not say.
And not just say like, good job.
In my mind, he perceives all pats on the shoulder as loving pats on the shoulder. So over the course of about an hour, you've gotten a pretty good lay of the land as well as the people. And as said, they're mostly SMRs and tieflings. There's the terrified pixie. There's the dwarf on fire. There's a single female human.
Is she good looking?
Is she on spring break?
She is good looking, but is not on spring break. She seems to be going in and out of town hall with Ben.
Ben is Ben.
What's this place called?
Ben is a bay.
It doesn't have a name. Who are you talking to?
Ben.
It doesn't have a name.
What do you call it?
Home.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Knew where that was going.
Who are the people who live in the forest?
They are a tribe of forest folk. They're friendly enough. They point out what's edible in the forest for us, and they point out downed timbers that we can take without cutting away too much other wood. And we provide them with trinkets of civilization and essentially social interaction beyond their own tribe.
We should go there, Iona.
What language do they speak?
They speak the local common
Great.
as well as a strange dialect of giant.
Ah. Would it be possible for you to introduce them to me? I'd like to ask them some questions.
Probably, yeah. We can go tomorrow.
Great. Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
And Skylark wants to come.
Yeah, if I could.
Okay. Have you been terrifying my people?
I terrified
There was-
one, but
there
it was
was
an
a-
accident.
Was a complaint filed against you?
Really? Like a written complaint?
We have an HR complaint.
Well, a verbal complaint. Mostly, Ayn wants to know when you all are going to be gone.
That makes makes me really sad.
I don't know what to tell you.
Assure you,
Something about you terrifies
was-
her. I don't know about Fey culture, but you spook her out.
Give her the wicked jeebies.
We're keeping an eye on this
Well,
one.
I didn't
and-
mean to spook anyone, so I will
Okay.
keep my distance.
That would be appreciated. We can take you to see the forest folk tomorrow. They kind of travel about a bit, so it might take the better part of a day to track them down.
Sure.
But it's definitely something we can do. Is everyone going, or
Would you all?
I'm
well,
assuming I'm nowhere near this conversation at the time.
Yeah,
I didn't think
I
I
think the
was
more
there.
the
I'm
merrier,
shooting a
right?
dice.
I would think so.
is everyone going?
Just
Or
this time, don't kill their
Just
tree.
you and Skylark.
I'll ask them. What did you say?
Just this time, don't kill their tree.
Listen, I'm trying to make it better. I was worried about Lotus. I'll ask everyone at dinner that night if they would like to come along.
Do you guys want to do anything else during the day in this very small town?
I don't think so.
No, I don't suppose I do.
I'd like to perform my music.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll a performance check.
Awesome.
What instrument are you playing?
I am playing the flute.
Okay.
Yeah, this flute.
Set on one.
A disappointing performance. 13.
So you
How
play,
sad.
and the two children get very excited.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And then a couple of other people like walk by and like nod in your direction on the way to like getting their livestock.
The pixie closes her entire house up.
What song are you singing?
I'm not singing. I'm
He's playing a
playing
flute.
the flute.
Oh, I don't know if there's
He's
a
not like a-
specific song
It's
in
not like
mind.
a flute beatboxer.
Next time, I'll bring my flute to the table and actually play.
No, don't do that.
I don't own one.
Oh, good. Thank goodness
Why
for small
not?
favors. So you relatively successfully play your flute, attracting the attention of, as you might have expected, children. You're really good with children. I don't know.
If I start marching around, will they
Oh,
follow
I
me?
was just going to say, don't Pied Piper
They
this.
dance around behind you.
That's awesome.
That's terrifying.
Sure.
I'm pea scared.
Is there anything else you guys want to do?
After my long day of crossbowing, I'm going to stop by the blacksmith, see if he has
Okay.
any arrows I can pick up.
He has arrow points.
I'll take them.
He kind of looks at you and looks at your crossbow and looks at his arrows and says, "Why would you?"
Why, you know what I mean. Like,
Why would you want
specific
arrows?
Quarrels for a crossbow is what I'm
Oh.
looking for. You yets.
He has some of those also. Really trying to haggard it up here. He has many crossbow bolts.
Okay, I'll take
Boxes and boxes of bolts.
oodles and oodles.
Oodles and boodles.
How much for a box?
It's 15% more than the PHB price. So 1 gold and
2 silver.
3 silver, I think.
I'll take 4 boxes.
So 5 gold and
Yeah.
2 silver. Sure. Just deduct it from your sheet.
How many's in a box?
I don't know.
50 to a box.
Where are you keeping all these
I'm going to
bolts?
be shooting a lot of stuff.
What is happening?
I'm trying to remember who said that Skylark's dad was here on the island.
Not
No, it
this
wasn't
island.
this
Not
island.
this island? Okay.
No, the other
No,
one.
it's Batten.
Baby.
Batten. Okay.
Yeah, the one with
He
the
might
pigs.
be there. Yeah.
Anything else you guys are doing?
No.
No.
All right. Well, dinner goes without a hitch.
What are we having?
Have they seen any,
Oh my God.
any movement on any boats? any of
Beats.
these?
We're having beats
Field
here too.
boats, yeah.
Island beats.
Yay.
Mostly I'm shooting crossbows.
Dura,
to-
dura.
to ready for people
Soup.
coming.
Jackfruit.
Practice.
Smells like butt. Tastes
Um,
like
But
not butt.
there's more of that strange fruit that you don't know what it's called.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like It's got like a citrus like tang to it, but it has like the body of like a nice Rainier cherry.
Weird.
Can I take some pits and put them in my pocket?
You can, yeah, absolutely.
grow 'em at
You can
home.
ask them what it's called. They don't know either. They were pointed to it by forest
okay.
folk. And
But we know that it
We'll
won't
ask
kill
the
us.
forest folk what it's called. Cool. Tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to see the forest folk?
Yes. I'm going to see the forest folk.
Why are your arms out like
Would
this?
you all like to come?
This,
I would like to
this
come.
is how Iona talks. Do we want to go see forest folk?
Because I thought that we just did this. This is it. You want to go see the forest folk?
I mean, we have nothing else to do while we're waiting for them to load the barge.
That's fair.
The forest people know how to collect fallen timbers so that the deforestation isn't significant. This is something we're going to need to pass on this knowledge when we get to Batten. So I'm
Why?
Batten is a logging town.
Oh.
And they need to know how to preserve the trees so that they can continue to be a logging town.
That's fair.
I'll decide in the morning. I don't know.
Okay.
I say that in a decidedly non-gesticular way.
I'll decide if I'm going
I'll
to.
figure it out tomorrow.
I don't know if we should leave some behind to watch. I don't mind if that's me. But I don't think all of us should go.
Okay.
What are you concerned about?
People coming.
Whoever was on the boat.
The other boat, not our
It's
boat.
a legitimate concern.
More of those things that tried to drown me
They did a great job.
and succeeded
Yeah,
at drowning an
they were
underwater
real
creature,
good at drowning you.
such as you.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't drown. She can breathe.
I was.
She was just
Yeah,
unconscious
I
in
can't
the water.
technically drown.
She was underwater and dying.
Yeah.
So
It was a bleeding issue,
I'm not a
a
doctor.
suffocation issue.
Yeah.
But, just because you die in the water doesn't mean you've drowned. You can also be shot and beheaded.
Just as an
If you
example.
die
As
in the
per
water, you die
example.
in the water.
See, they have these watchtowers.
I'm not trained in medicine. I don't,
So wouldn't they just light a signal if there was?
are we going to be
something amiss?
close enough to see it?
See, that's a good point. He said that it could take some time, as they are nomadic, to find them in the forest. So, is there any way that we can reach each other? That's not a signal, just in case.
Let's ask our host if they have anything that can, because I don't.
I don't
Because nobody
either.
took message.
I did indeed.
Oh, you did? You have message?
But it's super short range.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Well, short
Or
for.
sending.
I will teach you how to
No,
use
that's level
message
3.
and educate you in the ways of casting that spell so that you realize that it has a range limit
Oh,
that is
okay.
much shorter than you are probably traveling.
Certainly. So.
You're thinking sending.
Yeah,
Sending goes
I'm
anywhere
thinking
on
of
this
sending.
plan.
Y'all got any walkie-talkies?
But that is
I'm
a
sorry, what?
spell that we do not have
And
access to yet.
A walking, talking.
Yes. So if we're gonna go into the forest,
Yeah.
we'd like to be able to communicate with one another. Y'all got anything for that?
No.
All right. That answers that question.
I mean, no. I mean, we could shout.
Well, how far away are we going tomorrow? Is shouting gonna work?
I don't know. They're
Did
typically
anybody
within
take-
their 5 or 6 miles of town.
So shouting won't
Oh.
work.
Can I roll Arcana? No. I'm going to ask point blank. Do you have anyone here who's skilled at magic?
What kind of magic?
Prestidigitation.
No. that
Loud
has a shorter
sound.
range than message.
But it makes a loud sound.
I'm looking for someone who might have a familiar that could help with this. An aviary of sort that can watch both from the sky.
I mean, I'm not sure anyone has a familiar, but we could certainly
We can wrestle
create
one.
one.
We can.
Yes. We
I
can-
don't know
we
nothing
can track
about
one
magic, but we could certainly create a being.
That's huge. Where would
Wait
we
a minute, I've
create
seen this
one?
anime. That goes bad.
Well, we'd have to burn quite a bit of charcoal, so it would probably be best suited in Iggy's shop. But we could certainly do it.
Can we do that now?
Sure.
I want to do that.
Okay. He
Yes.
he shouts for Fawn. Says, "Fawn, you're needed." And a
I'm not
little
gonna kill the baby.
a
Oh,
little
that's adorable.
Listen, I watched a
10-year-old
TV show once.
tiefling runs up, and you guys head to Iggy's shop. And
There's not a dog involved with this, is there?
No?
Never mind. Never mind.
No. Was this? It was.
Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah.
I wasn't ready to cry this episode. I just wanted to be prepared.
No, there's no dog involved. No one will be becoming a suit of armor, and no one will lose their mother.
I would become a suit of armor. That'd be
I mean,
dope.
someone might lose their mother, but that's up to you.
Jeez.
So
No pressure.
Ben piles up a good deal of charcoal because it requires a lot of charcoal to use the Find Familiar spell. And he leans down to Fawn and says, "You know what to do. They need a bird." And Fawn says, "Oh boy," and gets to work. And whatever the casting time of that spell is,
An hour.
an hour later, you have a little ashen little raven thing that flies around.
Cute.
Baller.
Yeah, that'll do.
Is this thing permanent, or does it have like a lifespan?
Who is it
Until it's
bound to?
killed. Her.
Okay.
Neat.
Not what I'd hoped, but we can work with it.
Wait a minute. Does that mean we gotta bring her with?
No, I was hoping she would stay here, and whoever was bound to the familiar could say something if something was happening by us, and send the familiar out.
To call us back.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, that'll work.
Ravens are perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not as good as an owl, but you know, Raven's pretty good.
Well, you're going to be going out
Ravens
in the
can talk.
daytime, so.
Mimicry.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, you have.
I explained
The
to Fawn
familiar
what
of
we
a
need done
10-year-old.
in case anything happens.
Okay.
In little words.
Okay.
Why do I feel like that would be hard for you?
It would be.
Anything else tonight?
Sleeps.
No, nothing.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
I think so.
Oh, this axe belonged to my father. He used it in the wars. It's pretty rusty. I wondered if you could try to mend it.
She walks up and she goes, "Boop."
Wow!
And that's why you take the mending spell.
Yeah.
He didn't say it was fixed. He said she went boop.
Does it? Is it fixed?
It's fixed.
I would love if it wasn't.
She just went.
She goes boop. Nothing happened. Nope.
Can't do it.
I can't. I don't know that one yet.
Wow. Dad is going to be so happy with this.
Or just like sassy 6-year-old goes, I make you Raven. I tapped. I got nothing now.
What, the bird wasn't enough for you?
The 6-year-old says, I tapped.
Oh dear.
Oh, God.
What you want? I'm 6.
Y'all need Paylor.
Y'all need Payload.
Paler doesn't exist in this world. Anything else for this?
No.
No, I sleep.
You guys sleep so soundly and awaken in the morning to the smells of meats and breads.
What kinds of meats?
You're not sure.
Oh,
It's already cooked.
probably not.
I
I feel like he would have the smell of burnt pig just emblazoned in his mind. So I feel like you would know if it was pork.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check.
all right.
This can't go wrong. Dang it.
19.
It's not conventional pork, at least.
It's long.
Long
I mean,
pig.
Long pig.
Long pig.
there's not really, you don't know what it is, but it's not like the pigs you used to grow up with.
I wonder if a single D&D campaign has gone without someone making a long pig joke.
Well, if
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
so.
what it is,
I don't
that's
know
for
the
the
reference,
best.
so yes, some have gone without a long pig joke. What?
If I don't know what it is, then I'll eat it.
Sure.
Wait, you don't know what long pig is?
No, I don't care.
It's Soylent
Don't tell me.
Green.
It's Soylent
It's
Green.
Soylent
It's
Green.
people.
It's
Alright.
people.
You had to tell me.
Look, if you're not playing a human, it's not cannibalism. So I don't know what your problem is.
That really pretty human's gone.
That's the twist of the Bard's Tale.
Right,
is
you're all
that we're
cannibals.
all cannibals.
Surprise. You're all terrible.
Anything else you guys want to do before you head out for the day?
I'm not going to go with him.
Morning calisthenics. No, I'm kidding.
I want to go.
So just the three of you are going then?
Well, if we have the familiar, we can all go now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, all right. I was going to stay
Yay.
and keep watch, but yeah, we got the familiar.
Okay. You guys head out with the dark-skinned human female, whose name is, I have it.
It wasn't long pig.
I'm glad for that confirmation.
It's here somewhere, I promise.
Our guide is that confident.
Her name is Tilla Burson.
Tilla Burson.
Tilla Burson. Tilabursen. She says, given to understand that you are looking for the forest folk.
We are.
Yeah.
We are
Yes.
searching for the wilder people.
Let's see if we can track them down today.
Yes, let's.
And she starts marching off toward the tree line.
And we follow,
We follow, yeah.
and she murders us.
Can I ask her, while she's looking, what she looks for when she tracks these people?
Typically, they have 5 or 6 camps that they kind of rotate through. So we'll start at the nearest camp and see what direction they've most recently gone. And as you guys enter the forest, you get about an hour and a half in, and there seems to be a bit of a clearing with large tents that look to house people who are about 7 to 8 feet tall. And we will discover more about them next time
Aww.
on the Bards Tale.